Hello Chapterunios and welcome back to another video. So today we're actually going to be talking about squats. Not only squats, we're going to be talking about some rumours as well, because a couple of weeks ago we had a big rumour dump, and on that there were some funky things that stood out, but it seems that big rumour dump is now correct because everything on there seems to be happening. So let's jump in and let's have a little talk. So I want to get everyone on the same page with this big rumor dump. So what happened is it was posted on a website called Bolter and Chainsword. The post was only up for about 30 to 60 minutes and then it was deleted, but people screenshotted it, people took pictures of it, people copied the text, and it was online then. Once it was there forever. And some of the things that was stated on there were very, very interesting. For example, it mentioned the Black Templar stuff, but people are like, yeah, we know that already, but it went into more detail, like there's going to be a Custody versus Genestealer box around Christmas that will feature both of their codexes attached to that. There was stuff like the new kill team, which was Sisters of Battle vs. Tau, which we all know now is absolutely real. There was also some Chaos stuff attached about Chaos Knights, new Chaos Space Marines, all that type of stuff. But there was a few little things at the bottom which really, really, really stood out to me. One was the World Eater Codex, and from my source, who I trust 110%, that individual said to me that the World Eater Codex is a go. Again, I want to do another video on that closer to the date of the World Eater Codex, because there's so many bloody things to talk about. Angron, new Berserkers, probably the new Terminators and new characters. There's so many bloody things attached to that. I just don't want to get into it in this bloody video, but I'm extremely excited for it when it happens, because I am going to be building a World Eater force. But one of the things that really, really stood out, and a lot of people looked at, was like, no, I can't believe this, was squats. Squats was a part of this bloody list. Now, I want to go back in time to about 2 years ago, and I was sent a PM, which actually made me laugh. This is why I never did a video of it about the time or anything like that, but this source has been kind of correct before in the past, so it was one of them, do I believe it or I don't believe it? But the thing that the source came out with really made me laugh, because he mentioned squats. He was like, squats are going to be coming back. And I was like, okay, squats are coming back. But then he also attached to it that the Men of Iron are also going to be like a faction with the squats, which made me just lose all sense of like, what? No, okay, this has to be made up. The Men of Iron with squats, what's it going to be? Squats riding on the Men of Iron, like, horses or something? So that's why I didn't do a video or anything. I just laughed at it and we just teased about it on streams and stuff. If you come to my streams, we're always laughing about stuff like that. Anyway, back to this bloody list that we're talking about. Now, the only thing that it said about squats was the word squats. That's all it said. It didn't go into detail about all the other stuff. Like, for example, it mentioned Astra Militarum, and it said like veteran style Cadians, there's going to be 2 new regiments and stuff like that. It just said the word squats. So I'm wondering, if they do bring squats back, how would they bring them back in Warhammer 40,000? Are they going to be a complete new faction within the 40k universe, or are they going to be attached to a force? Are they going to be attached to the Imperial Guard, let's say? Are they going to be attached to the Imperium? Are they even going to be like a full-fledged force? Are they just going to be maybe a kill team? We've seen it now with the Sisters. They've got like a brand new kill team. The Tau one, of course, is like the upgrade stuff. But for the squats, is it going to be something like that, or are they actually going to redesign this force from the ground up? Because for me, my biggest question is, how will they design them in Warhammer 40,000? I know we've seen like the Forge World Squat Bounty Hunter models, but I think that they will look different if they were to get like a full faction release. I wasn't around playing Warhammer when squats were a thing. I know a lot of people who I speak to they really enjoyed them. They had bikes, they had a land train tank or something, if I'm not mistaken, which was apparently massive and huge. So are they going to get these things reimagined now and put back on the tabletop, or will they, should I say, get new things designed for this new era of 40k from what we've been seeing? Like, for example, Primaris Marines get floaty tanks and stuff now. A squat's got to have floaty tanks. What will their aircraft look like? What will their elites look like? What will their fast attack look like? Like, what would squats look like if they were a 40k army? And on top of the actual look of the squats, how would they bring them back in a lore sense? Like, how would they had like where do you begin? The squats have been disappeared. If I remember correctly, the squats were consumed by the Tyranids. They were just, gobbled up and they just vanished from the galaxy. Yes, you can say maybe they burrowed down into the planets and stuff, but with all the stuff that the Imperium does now, when they excavate, they go in there, they scan planets, surely a squat colony would have been found, unless the squats have the technology to stop the scans and stop them from being found. It's a really, really weird one, how they would bring them back and like where they've been all these many years while the galaxy has basically been ripping itself apart. Maybe you could add it where the Great Rift has happened and that's really now mobilized the squats because they know, the war is now on their doorstep because chaos is just coming out everywhere and it's bleeding actually into the reality of the galaxy from across the galaxy. Probably one of the biggest talking points is, do you yourself want squats to come back? Let's just say, for example, they announce squats. Squats are coming back. They're coming back as an actual faction. How would you feel about that as an individual? Because I know some people that hate the idea of squats returning to Warhammer 40,000. They see it as cheap. They see it as just crap because it doesn't really fit the 40k grim darkness. But some people absolutely love the idea of squats coming back. They have the connection to the squats back in the day, and they would love to see them return to the actual setting. Do you think it's going to be a good thing or a bad thing for Warhammer 40,000 if they would bring it back right now? For me, I would say I would hope the other races get the love that they deserve before they start adding new factions. When you look at the Tau, when you look at the Tyranids, when you look at the Eldar, all the models that they have, which are very, very, very old, I think they deserve the full love first, and then you can bring any bloody race you want, really, for me. Just bring anyone, but let's get the much needed races who need the work at the moment in terms of models, give them models, and then bring and start adding new factions to the game. For me, I personally believe this is going to happen. As I've stated now on many streams, some of the stuff that is mentioned on this list, all the Black Templar stuff is true that was mentioned on this list. When it comes to the Chaos stuff, my Alpharia source told me certain things that were on there were the Knights, the Warp Smith and stuff, the Chosen. So I believe that off the list. I can't say the other Chaos stuff, but it all makes sense to me. The World Eater Codex makes complete 100% bloody sense. I can't really speak, I'm that excited. It all makes sense. It really, really does all make sense. So at this point, I would be a fool not to believe this list because it seems absolutely legit. It makes it even more legit that it was actually deleted because it was up there, then it was gone. And oh my God, maybe someone posted something that they weren't supposed to post. And someone's source was like, no, don't post that. You're not allowed to speak about that and kind of thing. And then it got completely shut down. So for me, I think it's going to happen. And I think we are going to be getting all that stuff that was posted a part of that Bolter and Chainsword rumor big dump. Anyway, Chaperoonios, that is enough waffling for me as always. Thank you for coming. Thank you for talking. Hopefully you're having a great day. I would love to, of course, to get your thoughts and feedback on this. What do you think about squats? Do you want them? Do you hate them? Do you think they would be a cool addition? Do you think they would be the worst addition ever? Do you believe all these rumors in general, or do you just think it's a big pile of crap? As I've stated, some of the things have already come true on that list. Some of the things that are on that list I know about as well. So yeah, it's looking very, very bold, I say, when it comes to that big rumor dump. Anyway, have a great day. See you now, and bye-bye.